But if I am live, welcome to John Boy's channel. I'm old John Boy, hillbilly from West Tennessee. Some people would say a stinky hillbilly that drinks cheap beer. But some people are not always right, you know what I mean? Alright, let me fire up the old cigarette. Here we go. What we're going to talk about today. Let's see, what were these other big channels talking about so I can take from them? The only channels I watch are like Watch Woman of the Dragon and Kansas Gal, Super Dave. About choked on that coffee. Man. Yeah. I don't watch Morfugle. I don't watch MBB3 because he shows stuff and acts dumb, but I mean it don't help. Because people go, oh, he just blew it off, so we'll blow it off. You know what I mean? So I think it's kind of misleading when you're not pointing out the obvious. But then the obvious is not easily defined. You know what I mean? It don't make sense. What I see going on up there is just crazy, man. And then I got this researcher of the cryptids that, bang, bang, how you doing? Yeah, I think it's kind of weird. I think these cryptic and Bigfoot researchers are out in my area, and now I can't get a hold of one of them. Like they're hiding from me. Hey, you want to get on here? I don't know if I can do that. Let me see. All it's going to do is let me share. What is this? Hey, there is a chat button. Looky there. But I can't chat still, though. Huh. What's this plus? Hey, if I push this plus button, don't get upset. Oh, okay. Let me see what this plus button does. Start a poll. I didn't know I could do that. Oh, okay. That's good. Paris Logan, how you doing? I'm experimenting, man. I had Bang Bang Screw Tube on my panel on my cell phone the other night. Ooh, I pushed the wrong button then. I really did. I don't want to start a poll. How did I get that out of here? Okay, let's see. Man, I hit the plus button. It pulled up these options, so I hit the plus button. Next thing I know, I'm off the dadgum live stream. Yeah, man. I don't know, man. I'm fixing to do something crazy this weekend. Y'all stay tuned, man. I'm fixing, man. Y'all ain't when y'all see the video, y'all gonna be like, oh my goodness, it's gonna be the difference between black and white, man. It's gonna be light and dark. What? YD 100, 100? Am I pronouncing YD 100? That's the country way. That's the daggum hillbilly way of saying that. How you doing? This morning, you see the sun's behind me here in my house. I mean, my truck. Yeah. Man, I'm still trying to figure out how somebody that claim, you got a channel that claims to be a empath and they have feelings. They feel the sorrow of the world. They feel the little children being killed in Palestine and all this crap, right? But they're gonna treat a fellow brother such as I like they did. It's just crazy, man. Sitting there making up bullshit and spreading it out there like it's truth, knowing he's gonna delete it, but not knowing John Boy's gonna record it before he does. So say you didn't. I can go back on my video, my channel 2 years ago. I got something on '07. The last time he blocked me because I was racially attacked in the chat, and he took up for the people that were attacking me. You know what? Anybody on here that's ever known me on this YouTube knows that I don't lie. I don't make up bull crap. And if I do give any false information, I didn't know it at the time and I will correct it. You know what I mean? If I find out that I said something wrong. Other than that, I leave all my videos up, all my live streams. Well, yesterday I got a warning for community guidelines in the comments. They removed a comment. You know what the comment was? I told a story about a coworker that caught his face on fire and put it out, and how me and the other coworker, because this is what I said in the comment to somebody. He's like, y'all need to work it out. I'm like, I ain't working nothing out with nobody because I didn't do anything. All I did was I made a comment and I said if it wasn't for a woman, we'd still be in the Garden of Eden. How else can you read that story? This fucking serpent come up, told this woman, will you surely die if you eat of that fruit? It didn't say nothing about apple. You know what I mean? This is the storyline anyhow. And then the woman's like, this daggone sneaky snake sitting there telling me I probably won't die. Let me see. And then she takes a bite. Then she's got the knowledge to know, oh shit, I fucked up. Look at Adam over here, all pure. Let me defile Adam. Hey, Adam, look, I ate of this fruit and it did not harm me. Here, it's delicious. If you want some tonight, take a bite. So he did. Boom. Then he realizes he effed up because that effing, you know what, tricked him into. So, what do you get out of that story? You see what I'm saying? If it wasn't for the woman listening to the evil of this world, we would still be there. But we're not. Thank you, Eve. Thank you, Adam, because he's a co-conspirator. He was a dumbass man. So that's the whole thing. I'm sorry. Bang, bang, I love you to death. You're a woman. I ain't got nothing against you being a woman because you have a mind. You know what I mean? That's the problem. These women out here believe they want more than equal rights. And they want a man to do whatever they say, but they still expect that damn door to be open for them. How can you show somebody respect that ain't showing you respect? You know what I mean? It's a two-way street. I just don't get it. Yeah, I ain't worried about it. It's all mind control. All this religion bullshit. Think about the Bible. Think about it. The Bible was written, I don't know, it was hundreds of years after the fact that the stuff was supposed to happen, right? So, so I'm supposed to believe that these lost scriptures that were found everywhere around the world and this, that, and the other all got compiled hundreds of years later to make the Bible. And then they got translated through a king that sat there and his main book making thing was on spells and witchcraft. And he makes one book called the Bible, okay? And then mankind starts believing this fully to where they cannot think outside the box. They can believe the seas can be parted. They can believe the dead gum writing on the wall. They can believe a burning bush sat there and typed the Ten Commandments into stone. They can believe, but they can't believe there's something up here in our skies and in the clouds. Where do you think, you know, God and the devil are in a whole different realm, and we've got a whole different realm coming upon this earth. And boy, you're crazy, really. But okay, I mean, what I give up. I give up, man. These people are beyond help. There ain't no, uh, and I'm gonna tell you, like a great delusion will fall upon the earth. It has. 2020, the biggest delusion ever put on mankind. Well, I could be lying. It's been done in the past. You had those Christian crusaders that were going through the world saying, you convert to Christianity or we'll kill you. That sounds really Christian, don't it? If you don't believe the way we believe, you shall die. What kind of thinking is that? But yeah, but you get this channel that think he's the gift to all of YouTube. Man, look, I'm gonna tell you, I've had visions of what he was like as a kid. That MFer sitting there wanting so much attention. If you're trying to watch TV, he's standing in front, jumping back and forth, waving his arms. You see me? Do you see me? You know what I mean? He's one of them attention whores. I need attention. I need people to call me. I need. But then he won't, he won't acknowledge me. I've texted him. I've called him and left voicemail. Hey man, I'll talk to you, man. Just answer the phone. Call me back. Nothing. He wants people he knows he can tug on their heartstrings. You know what I mean? He's one of them that siphons off people's good. But when he can't siphon enough good off people, his ugly shows like he did me the other night. You know what I mean? He's a two-faced liar. That's point blank simple. I will not take that back. I will stand on that to the day I die. Two-faced liar, Seven Spalding. You act one way to try to get people to believe you're such a good guy, and then when you turn your live off, what you do, go rob a liquor store or something? Who knows about you? You're deceitful, man. He is. He's the most deceitful. I don't even want to go all there. And I should shut up, but it just pisses me off that somebody that fucking stupid has got people that believe in him. I tell it like it is. I don't beat around the bush. I don't sugarcoat nothing. You can ask the owner of this company. I told him I don't. I said, I don't care if you own this. I don't care if you're a judge. I don't care if you're a state trooper. I don't give a shit. We all wipe our ass the same way. You know what I mean? We all take a shit through that butthole, you know? You ain't no different than me, motherfucker, so don't sit there and act like you're better than me. Hmm. Then I had the motherfucker's wife sit there and tell me to clock out. I looked at her, I said, you're not my boss. She goes, I'm a half owner. I said, I don't care. You're not my boss. And I walked off and went back to the body shop. I got all that on video. Because I stand on the ground of truth, man. In real life, on this YouTube platform, anywhere I'm at, I'm real. I ain't fake. I ain't playing around. I quit school because I had recess. You know what I mean? But, you know, that's neither here nor there, right? God, it's getting hot. It's supposed to only be like 70 today. It was like 92 yesterday and 92 the day before. I'm sitting there, I'm like, what the hell happened to springtime, man? We went from winter to like the end of spring, back to winter, to the end of spring, back to winter, and now full time summer. Whew, it was crazy. Yeah, the mud flood. See, that's the whole thing. People don't understand. And even, and you know, I've read the Bible. I just grew up in church, all right? I remember being in diapers. And I remember that preacher when he sat there and, well, I wasn't in diapers then, but I remember how I learned was, you know, in the beginning, God created all this bullshit. And he said, worship no other God than him, right? I'm like, all right, that's cool. God is the man. God is the dude that sits there and got the eyeball on you and watching every move you make, right? Then they started talking about, and this is later on, this preacher was talking. He said something about worshiping Jesus. I'm like, oh, hang on. I'm like 5 or 6 years old. I'm like, oh, that kind of stopped me, right? Brian Doe. Brian D. Brian Doe. How you doing? I'm like, well, the Bible said, God said in the Bible, don't worship anybody else but him. How come they're telling me to worship Jesus? You see what I'm saying? And then they'll say, well, Jesus is one and the same. He's the word in the flesh. Okay. Well, he's not the God in heaven if he's the word in flesh, right? So that means he's not the God I'm supposed to worship, right? Right? He came down here to set an example of how to get up there. You know what I mean? Be good to people. Be kind. Well, you ain't got, I mean, just have no ill intent. It's as simple as that. If you have no ill intent towards anyone, you know, you ain't got a problem. I've already died and went up there for like 3 seconds, and here I am back down there. I was not in any way, form, or fashion anywhere close to perfect, but I don't have deceit in my heart. I don't have hate in my heart. I don't have ill intent for people. Even though I wanted to get on it. Being time traveler, I did want to get on here and sit there and kind of show y'all what y'all can do with the powers that are available here in this world. But the only time I can really use them is for bad, and I don't want to do that again. I mean, you ain't got to sign your. I figured out how to bypass the signing your soul over to get the powers of this world, but the powers of this world ain't nothing but for greed and grief and pain and suffering. That's all these powers are available here. Man, Ben, didn't I see you tomorrow? Oh, Ben, time traveler. This daggum, everything's in a daggum mess. This whole world, man. Man, I remember being a kid and I'm thinking, how are we going to have the Armageddon? You know, how are we going to have the Holy War? And this is in like the 70s. I'm like, man, there ain't no way we're going to have a worldwide Holy War. So I was like, I ain't worried about the end of time. You know, I can see it now. Who knew the internet would? That's what tied it all together. That's what's going to make it happen, man. If we hadn't got this internet, man, it took days to get news stories out. You know what I mean? Back in the old days. Now they're live on the battlefield. That's just crazy, guys. Man, I gotta get in here and get this truck something done to it. I got painted or something. I gotta paint 3 different colors. I'm trying to figure out how I'm gonna do it. Well, it's a silver truck with black lines and red pinstriping. And I'm gonna do it all in paint, so the pinstripe's gonna be paint. But it's 3/4 inch red pinstripes. And I don't have the tape to do it. And it's like pulling hen's teeth out here to get something. And he ain't gonna like this, man. It's like $10 a roll for this little 1/4 inch wide masking tape. What was 31 years ago? Oh, hang on, I'm reading up about it. Yeah, I got a MySpace out there somewhere. I remember when you used to get on the internet, you had to dial it up. You had to heard all that crap. Fuck out, Jim. Yeah. And then, man, I hope somebody didn't pick the phone up, sit there and call somebody and not know you're on the computer. They get an earful. That thing's streaming. Man, yep. I knew then, we got to stop this thing. But, when the internet first come out, there wasn't, it was hard to find information on there. And everything you found, you had to sit there and read. There wasn't no pictures and stuff. It was a different kind of web. It was like, what was that? What was the search engine back then? Can't remember. It had that Butler guy, Ask Jeeves or something like that. I can't. And then back in that day, the commercials on TV started having a scrolling banner across the bottom where you could type HHPTS dots and dashes and all this crap so you could go to their website. You had to write that shit down and get on the computer and hope you entered it right to get to the site. It was crazy. Yeah, AOL. Man, this world is just totally not what it was when I started in it. I mean, this world is crazy. Hell, I was alive. I was very young, but I saw the astronauts moonwalking on the moon live on black and white television. And my mother took me outside. I go, what is that? And she told me. And then she said, come here. And we walked outside and she pointed up at the moon in the sky and said, those men on that TV are on that moon right now. I'm 3 years old. You know how much that opened up my mind at 3? But I don't get on here boasting that I'm the most special person, has the knowledge you need. Just keep watching my 5 hour live streams and I'll give you a snippet here and there. And I'll do another 5 hour live stream and maybe say something. But I'm just going to keep you hanging on. Look, I personally understand this stuff for myself, all right? There's no way I can explain it to anybody. And that's the whole key to all of it. This is individual stuff, man. Each individual, each one of you have your own reality. There is no two realities in this world that are the same. I don't care how much the world stage is showing it. Ain't no two realities the same. You know what I mean? Not not two are alike ever. Could never happen. But sometimes I think the alternate realities when they get pretty close to each other, that's when you have that deja vu. Terry, how you doing? Yeah, I think that deja vu is a blending of the other alternate or something where you're doing this over here, but they're doing that over there in that other reality, and it's so close that you just kind of like that, and that's where that deja vu comes from. Maybe I don't know, but I have, and this is what's crazy. I've had that deja vu, and when I was having the deja vu, I remember dreaming having that deja vu. Does that make any sense? So evidently, I had a premonition dream that I didn't remember of the deja vu event. And then when the I mean, it's weird enough when deja vu hits, but when deja vu hits, and then you remember the dream you had of that deja vu, whatever. Oh God! All right, I'm fixing to go to work, guys. I hate it, but until next time. Wait a minute. Point it at. All right. Well, I gotta go, y'all. I gotta get out of here. Y'all have a good day.